Hello, welcome, good evening or good morning, depending on which part of the world that you're living in. We are going live at a different time. So, I forgot to put the announcement out, so if you're going to join us, thank you. You're most welcome. Been a very busy week here in Perth, Western Australia, and it looks like summer might be on the way. Maybe. It was 23 degrees today. Certainly felt like it was a little warmer. And it was well appreciated. A little bit of sunshine is good for my garden and good for my soul. So, I certainly appreciate it. So, it's lunchtime, I think, in the UK. So, hopefully a few of our UK fans will be jumping on joining us. Very happy if you want to get in quick and answer questions. Ask questions so I can answer them. Well, the cards can. So, I just want to get straight in there and say, welcome, hello, thank you for being here. I want to start the chat off by saying, please know that I would never, under any circumstances, have you sent an unsolicited friend request, and I will never send you a private message offering readings or anything else, and I would never ever ask for your private banking information. So please know that if some random type spamming people get on and they want to ask you to follow links and pay money and give them credit card details, you can guarantee that it's not me. Any communication from me will come from the official Facebook group that you found yourself on tonight. Any readings that I would be giving you are definitely free and they are live. So all of the links to outside sites are definitely not mine. My real life site is called Spirit and Mind Tools, and that's .com.au, because here we are in Western Australia, so that's the designation that we have. So lovely to see a few people jumping into the room. I do believe that one of them might have been my baby sister. So hello. Hopefully your part of the world was warm. I had quite a unique week this week. I've been getting prepared for Christmas, wrapping Christmas presents. I have 3 granddaughters now, so I'm getting into it. And I have not had a Christmas tree for over 20 years, so it's a very unique experience. I've forgotten what it's all about. So, I've been giving the cards a really good shuffle. Last Friday night, we went to a market and had an absolute lovely time, met lots of wonderful people. I did quite a lot of readings, but I kind of miss being here on the Friday night. We will be here again this Friday night, and probably Wednesday nights it's going to be a thing. So we'll look forward to being able to catch you. So the lovely Miss M, do we have a person with a question?
Erin would like a card, please.
Okay, Erin, you have drawn this card. It is the card of understanding, insight, vision. What this tells me, Erin, is that there has been a lot of communication that has not hit the mark in your life recently, and that you have been unsure or unclear as to the information that's coming into you. It's almost like Spirit is saying one thing, but you might be interpreting it differently. So what this card really wants you to do is take a step back and say, hang on a minute, what does that mean to me? How can that be helpful to me? Because The insight is very personal and very much about how you determine how to interpret messages. I get very strongly that you're ploughing through a whole heap of things at the moment. And so this card is saying, hang on a minute, we've given you the right picture, we've put you on the right path, we will make sense of it. There is understanding there for you, and we are here as a support for you. So hopefully that has answered your question, the lovely Erin, and that you can get a bit of support from the card that you have drawn tonight. So I will shuffle them up again so that I can do things differently. You might notice for our regulars that you've got a different view because I'm sitting in a different spot in my office, and it's like, not quite sure about this, but yeah, I'm sure it will be good. So who's our next person?
Next we have Pamela.
Pamela. Well, Pamela must be having a busy life because half the pack fell out of my hand. So let's put them back, give them a good shuffle, and ask for the most helpful direction for Pamela right here, right now. Okay? So, of course, you've drawn 2 cards. My power card, the card of the pack. This is the card of profound moments, okay? And over riding with it, you've got the card of listening, of voice, of empathy. And that tells me that you have new skills that you're learning. You've got new ways of communication that you're literally testing out on other people, and your empathy is sharpening your ability to be able to communicate with spirit, with people, with random others that you don't know in your life is more of a complete package. But you've got this card, which is the first card that fell out of the deck for you. And what this tells me is that life can be almost too big at the moment. It's like, have I got too much on my plate? Is there too many things that I'm torn between and haven't got 5 minutes to myself? Well, this card is inviting you to know that your destiny was always going to be that busy, and you need to draw the line and say, hey, hang on a minute, I need 5 minutes, I need a couple of hours to myself, I need to regenerate to be able to refocus and make it much more committed choice to spend time with yourself, because the cards were saying you just spread so thin at the moment, and it's not particularly that helpful to you. So Pamela, what the cards are asking you to do is to make time for yourself. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some insight and gives you a bit of a spur on so that you can make the most of the energies that are around you at the moment. So I'll give the cards a good shuffle again. I would very much like to ask the people that are in the room if they would mind sharing this for me. Just hit the share button at the bottom of the screen or on your phone, wherever you're watching, so that it can be spread wide into the world. And somebody who really needs a message or didn't know that they needed a message might follow into the room and be able to get some guidance. So I really appreciate that, being able to share and to spread the energy around. So the lovely Miss M, do we have another person who has a question or would like a card?
Samantha Lynette would like a card.
Okay. Miss Samantha, how are you? I'm looking forward to coming to your house. Not this week, I think it's the week after, but yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to that. An adventure. For those who know me, you know that I'm not really much of a socialite, and life has certainly been busy in the last couple of months. So yeah, let's have a look what this lovely pack of cards are going to give you, Samantha. Okay, you've pulled out 8 cards, so I'm going to put them back and I'm going to ask for just 1 card, okay? So that we can... Okay, now what this card is telling you is that right now you have not done your homework. You have not researched something thoroughly. And this card is inviting you to be able to do a bit more fact finding, a bit more crossing your I's and dotting your T's, and being sure that the information that you acquire is in a manner that you can understand it. Because right now I'm feeling like, whoa, lots of information. It's like a really untidy notebook. But this card is asking you to take a step back from that, order it, put it into different kind of systems so that you can understand. This very much is about a new adventure, a new journey, something very different that you might not feel comfortable doing, that you might not even be very sure why you're doing it, but it is the thing for you. But this card is saying this week you need to do a little bit more research and a little bit more information is required before that you can make decisions in regard to that. It feels very strongly associated with a very new kind of product, a new journey, a new direction, and new people in your life. So it's, you're somebody who makes very intuitive decisions quite easily, but that card is asking you to just get a little more information, okay? And it will also give you a break for 5 seconds so that you can catch your breath. Okay, so hopefully, my dear Samantha, that's answered the question you had floating around you and given you a way forward over the next few days, okay? Who do we have next, the lovely Miss M?
Next we have Peter.
Peter, okay. Let's have a look for you, Peter. Let's see what it is that is most happening, okay? So you've got the card of connection, Peter, and what this is telling me psychically is that there is a certain sense of aloneness that might even feel like loneliness around you. There's a sense of, am I spending enough time with my quality people? Am I being with, the people that are important to me enough? Because there's an essence of insecurity, okay? And what this card is asking you to do, Peter, is to take a step back and look at the gifts that you give other people. Look at the connections that you have and the ability that you have to share energy with other people. This is a card that is inviting you to have a boost of self-confidence, because of the energies that are around you, Peter. It's sort of saying, you might have been a bit flat, a little bit not sure of yourself over the last few days, but this card is asking you to do a little bit of an audit and say, hey, you know what, I'm bloody good at that, and I'm really okay, I'm not too bad at that either, so I can give myself a tick for that. And the sense of aloneness that is around you will certainly shift, and I feel as though that will be happening within a couple of days. So yeah, you can energetically expect a real difference quite quickly, okay? So hopefully that's given you an answer, Peter, and that you can use the cards' help in making the energy shift around you at the moment. Giving the cards a shuffle again, because I'm in a different position. I can't see, but I've got a t-shirt on with Coke that I got given today. And for those people who know me might know that I do actually really enjoy the essence of Coca-Cola. And that I've had a pretty long relationship with it. I do enjoy what it gives me. So let's give these cards a shuffle and see whether we got a few people before to hit the share button and share us around. Did we manage to have a few people do that?
We've had a few people share it in their messenger.
Lovely. Lovely.
That's good.
I like to be spread around. There's plenty of me, as you can see. So, yeah, you can quite freely spread me around. So, who's our next query?
Next, we have Samantha Dunn that would like a card, please.
Okay. Such a great name. So, this card is telling me, Samantha, that at the moment you have a lot of challenges that feeling like they're not sorting, okay? This is like a card of, everything's being contained and internalized. So this card invites you to make a decision and step forward. You don't have to sort out the whole jigsaw puzzle of questions that need answering. This card is inviting you just to pick one question, make a decision on it, and to open the neck of the almost like closing in kind of feeling that has been around you lately. I feel quite strongly, Samantha, that you are an absolute person who knows her own mind, and that over the last few months you have been doing other people's bidding in a little too many ways that is not comfortable for you, and it's almost like, I've got a headache, I've got a pain in my neck because I'm doing all these things for other people and I'm not necessarily comfortable and I'm not necessarily doing what I really want to do. So what that card is offering you, Samantha, is that it's time to make a decision that goes, hey, hang on a minute. What really works for me is that I just don't do that for you. And if you really do want to do that for another person, that's fine. But to shift the energy and to work with the card, it's asking you to make decisions and allow less complications to be around you, okay? You're a great problem solver, and that's probably why other people bring problems to you. But that card is inviting you to have a little less complication and a little less other people's drama around you, okay? So hopefully that's answered your question, and just the main message of the card is just pick one thing and go with that, okay? So give yourself a breather, girl. Move forward at your own pace. So I give the cards maybe I'll just chuck the cards around. So if there's anybody that's in the room that would like to be added to a healing list, or if there's anybody that you know that could do with a boost of energy, please feel free to, ask. If the person is not you, please get their permission before you're adding them to a healing list. But if you know of anyone that needs that extra boost of energy, then very, very happy to add you to the healing list. And I'm always very interested to know from people the feedback on the cards, because these little darlings, they're my baby, and they're getting out there in the world now. They're fastly heading towards their teenage years. So, is there somebody else who would like a card? If not, we'll draw one for the group as a whole. Do we have someone? Silence.
Sorry, I'm just reading. We have Renee, who would love to know if you see her doing the healing course next year at around half price.
Hello, Renee. I think that's an absolutely fantastic question to be able to ask the cards. Let's see what they say about your course, okay? So, what this card is telling me is that there's still some problems with the course. Not from your side. I felt that there was either a change of venue, like a change of office or a change of home, that was stopping you from being able to participate in the course, and that this is really almost like frustrating. It's like, oh, shall I get annoyed? No, it's not worth my energy getting annoyed. But there is a sense of it will never happen. And psychically, I'm being told that towards the end of January to early February is the time that you are more likely to start the course. It feels to me that you have a lot of the knowledge that is already going to be taught. So a lot of the learning might not be as engaging and as exciting as you initially had thought that it would be. But yes, I do see you doing the course, and yes, I do see that it will be beneficial to you. It just hasn't got the same magic that it had a few months ago when you were very excited about all the possibilities that it will give. I do think that you will still learn some lovely things and meet a few new people that will take you onto a different level with your healing journey and your ability to heal with others, and that this in itself will be worth the frustration. Okay, so this is the card that you've drawn. It provides you plenty of solutions, but that you're not all that keen on a couple of the solutions. So it's like, no, hang on a minute. No, yeah, I'll do it a different way. So the easy answer is yes, you will do your course. And the longer answer is that there's still some frustrations that are around the course that you're doing. Okay? So hopefully that's answered your question, Renee, and that you've enjoyed what the cards were able to offer you in regard to insight into your life. So I'll give the cards another shuffle. They so want to fly out of my hands tonight. I don't know whether they're excited because it's night time and wow, you're letting me out at night kind of thing, or whether it's just my hands are not containing them very well. They're like flying all over the place at the moment. So, yeah, I'll ask them to behave better. So who else has got a question for us?
Carol would like a card.
Okay. So straight up, third card wanted to jump out. So what this card tells me is that you have a foundation decision to make. It's almost like, do I want to live there? Do I want to be friends with that person? It's a very important and essential decision to make, and I feel that it has been hovering for quite some time. It's almost like that, yes, now is the time that you will make that decision, but the decision has been brewing, cooking up in the background for at least a couple of months. You have a very profound sense of insight, and the decision you want to make is a really meaningful one. So what this card is asking you is take a step back and just allow the decision to flow, because in your heart you already know what decision that you will make, and it's a decision that will strengthen your foundations and strengthen where you are going. There's a sense of enjoyment, relaxing, socializing that is to do with this card. So it's not a party card, but it's definitely an enjoyable card, and it's a card that gives you very meaningful foundations. So hopefully that has answered your question, Carol, and that you're able to see some insight from the deck in regard to that for you. I just need to move. Oh, wiggle in. for those that may have been following me or like seen me a few times, you've known that this is a new business for me. I've been doing readings for over 45 years in different forms, and that the reading side of things is something that I'm very comfortable with, but the business side of things, I'm having so many learning curves. It's it's sometimes not very enjoyable, but I'm certainly giving it my best effort. And a part of that is I had to claim my business name, the Spirit Mind and Tools, on all the social media platforms. So I registered a name on TikTok, which is something I've never used. I don't know anything about it. I thought it was like a sex thing. So I got an email from them that says basically, if you don't upload a video, we're going to take the name off you. So, I had to upload a very, very quick little video to TikTok. So technically, this week I'm in the TikTok world as well. So I can't say that I'm ready for all that learning. But yeah, if you're a TikToker, find me out, Spirit Mind and Tools, and maybe see what happens on that platform. Do we have someone with another question?
B would like a card.
Certainly, B. Is that her name? Okay, this is my card of spells. This is like chanting and making, a difference in the way that the energy sits around both yourself and other people. This is my card of like sparkly stones, crystals, whatever you work with, and that it is really important that you don't listen to someone else's interpretation of your spells and charms. This is very much a deeply, deeply personal thing. It's not, even though you may choose to talk of it with other people, all the interpretation is definitely yours. This enchantment, this sense of excitement and sense of woohoo, yay, I'm on the right track. This is very, very deeply embedded in your heart and very, very personal. This is a card that tells you have joy and delight in your very near future, and very definitely you are on the right track, and that your spells and your chanting and your casting and your positive affirmations, they're all doing the job. This is the card that says this is working. This is most definitely changing the energy around and making a difference, because it's almost like the wave of challenges is parting, and you are able to make a real difference in what you want. This is a card that gives off a lovely energy. So hopefully you can feel the benefit of that card really, really close, and that it's very soon to sprinkle its absolute pleasure in your life. Okay? I hope that card answered your question and gave you a little bit of oomph to move forward in something you might have been thinking about but haven't actually taken the action. Yeah. Know that you go forward with the fairies. Okay, I'll give the pack another little shuffle. That's a lovely card. So let's see who else would like a lovely card.
Emma would like a card tonight, please.
Okay, hello Emma. Let's see what the pack gives you. Okay. So this is the card of seasons, and what this means is that something is finishing in your life, Emma, that something is, it's sorted, you've had enough of it, it's no longer useful to you, and there is a goodbye of sorts that is very important over the next few weeks for you. With this comes a sense of adventure, a sense of harmony, and realization that change can be really bloody exciting as well as quite scary, because there's both the essence of, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm moving into this direction. Whereas this card is telling you is, wow, you're on the right track. You have that sense of chi, of harmony, you know, that you can, I can't sing to save my life, but you have that beautiful voice that people are really, really pleased to receive your message. This is a wonderful card of confidence and tells me that you are so totally ready for new adventures. There's the thrills, the excitement. It's like you're a pot plant that's suddenly popped up, you know, just all over the place because you're just bursting with joy. Fantastic card to have. So I like the feel of that. So hopefully you do as well. Okay. I'm going to just have a little sip. So I don't know, it still feels strange sitting on the other side of the room, but it's not quite as strange as I thought it might be. So yeah, the cards are still speaking to you, so I'm very glad about that. So the lovely Miss M, do we have somebody else that would like to ask the cards a thing?
Yes. Carla would like to know in regard to her business.
Yep. Let's ask the pack. Whoa, straight away, half a dozen cards just want to pop out. So let's just ask Carla for some clear and concise direction, because psychically I'm getting that you want to do something that's against your intuition. You want to, you know, like make a business decision that doesn't sit well with your intuitive soul. So for your business, you've chosen the card of prosperity and success, okay? So what this tells me is if you were thinking of changing or, you know, perhaps swapping your business, now is not the time to do it. The success, the abundance, the business abundance is there, and it's very, very close. This set of cards are all about like the now, and they're all about most definitely the next few weeks, certainly no more than a couple of months. So in regard to your business, Carla, this is telling you to your intuition is spot on. There is a sense of very real success, and this doesn't come just financially, it comes from a whole heap of different areas, okay? Like for some reason my ear is itchy, so I don't know what it is that your business does. Maybe you do ears, I don't know, because you know my ear is really itchy, and it says that is really important in regard to your business. So the sense of being not insecure, it's not that, it's a sense of like overwhelming energy coming in and out. Just remind yourself, what is your business energy and what is your life energy, what is other people's energy, so that you can separate it, because this is a fantastic card to get for your business. I think that would be beautiful messages coming through. So hopefully, Carla, that's able to give you some insight into what the cards offer for your business, and yeah, make something a little bit clearer for you. So I'll shuffle the pack again and ask, who is our next person that would like a card?
So Julie would like to have a card. She's been offered a change at work. Should she stay where she is or take the new offer?
Okay, so the card that you have in regard to this work challenge is, I better show it to you. It's a bit harder for you to have a look at it. Okay, this is, like it's a card that's a combination of broken and mended. It's like, okay, the bowl has shattered, the workplace might put it back together in a different way, in a better way. There's a whole essence of rejuvenation and redemption in this new workplace. And psychically, I think you're thirsty for that. I really think that there will be a couple of things that are not quite as good as the workplace that you have now. But there's a lot of things that are wrong with the workplace that you have now that don't sit with your energy. And this new workplace, it's almost like, I feel as though it's a car wash of people that are hurting. It's like, oh my God, they're just keeping on coming, and, you know, like, you're not running out of any, you know, like, the line is just keeps on, seems to getting longer. But the joy that you can have, the sense of workplace satisfaction, is much better in the new role. It's much clearer in how you sit and how you feel, because I'm getting that there is a real conflict in your values in what you're doing now. It's almost like, yeah, it's not totally terrible, but oh my God, you know, I feel like I'm not comfortable with what I say in the workplace within what you're doing right now, whereas you will be moved to the new area, you'll be totally busy, you will be totally exhausted, but you'll be a lot more satisfied. So hopefully the cards have answered your question and given you some insight so that you can make a decision for what suits you within the workplace. And I do think that psychically, Spirit is telling me that the changes within your next workplace will offer you a job within 6 months that you won't take, but it will be like, oh my God, that is my dream job, but it's either in another country or another zone or somewhere that, you know, that you're not prepared to live. But the actual job of it is like, whoa, stunningly exciting. But the job that you take will, yeah, it will entice you, is the word that I'm given. Okay, let's shuffle up these little darlings. So I don't know whether it's just that I'm off with the fairies tonight, but I don't feel like we've been invaded by people who want to send us scammy links and, you know, 100,000 messages. But if we have been, and you are getting messages that are not me, then please tell me that what the person's name is, because it's not me. I would never send you any unsolicited messages or links or ask you for your bank account details. I'm just not that kind of girl. So whoever it is that's sending those kind of messages, it's not me. I do have a business coach who knows lots about things that I don't. And yeah, part of her advice is that, sorry, can't do anything about it. The more popular I get, the more people that will want to rip me off. So I just need to confirm with you that, yeah, I'm not sending the messages. I'm not sending the requests. I'm not going to be asking for those kind of details from you. So, yeah, unfortunately, I cannot do anything about them. Yes.
Got a couple that have said they've had a friend's request.
Ooh, no friend, no friendly, no friendly.
And Carol says apparently there's a new page that's come up.
It's like, wow, am I that popular that I've got, like, whatever they call it, ghosts? I really do have a lot of ghosts, but, you know, not usually the Facebook kind. So, yeah, please be aware of that. And, yeah, we'll do our best to battle it and soldier on and put up with the goddamn annoyance that it creates. It's a good lesson for me because I can get really quite annoyed quite quickly. So it is a good lesson for me to send them love and light and delete them instead of all kinds of other things that may be going through my head. So I'd like to get back into answering people's questions. If anybody has one, spin it to me, baby. Let me have you.
Kirsty would like a card, please.
Kirsty.
Yes.
Okay, Kirsty, let's see what you have drawn. 2 cards together, okay? You have drawn a sense of, oh, shit, no, I don't want to do it. Stop the bus. I want to get off. I'm playing the avoidance game. This is something that I actually know really, quite comfortably and quite enjoy doing it. But these cards are telling me that it's not working for you. There is a sense of division, a sense of, oh, shit, I'm being torn apart, like the meat in the sandwich. So what these cards are saying is that it's actually healthy to disconnect, and it's healthy to step aside from making a decision. If you cannot decide what really is something you want to do, then step back. Decide later. These cards both together are not saying that you need to make the decision now, okay? There is a absolute positive purpose spiritually for avoidance. I don't mean like lying on the lounge for, 6 weeks watching Netflix. What I mean is taking a break, taking a step out, avoiding a situation that you really are not clear about, and allowing yourself time to allow the energy to clear up. I do feel that around you, you have a lot of other people's crap. You have a lot of, oh my Lord, why? And that you have the impression of being able to cope really, really well. But what this card is saying is, yeah, that's on the outside. On the inside, it's like, holy shit, give me 5 minutes. I need to take a break from this. So the cards are there to support you, and they're there to offer you the opportunity to think, okay, I can do that. I can take a step back. I can still make it work for me, okay? So a little bit of extra special self-care, okay? Really important. Look after uno numo first, and the rest will come. Okay, so I actually am very warm. The energy in the room has just increased drastically, which is kind of good. I like that. It's like, whoa, boosting. So let's give these cards a shuffle and see what is the next person who would like some insight from this deck.
Erin would like to know if she will be happy in her new position.
Okay, let's have a look for you, Erin. Let's have a look. Okay, there's a sense of longing around you, okay? Because you've drawn 2 conflicting cards. Whoops, I actually put them together. So this is the card of, oh shit, I've waited too long. Oh shit, I don't know. Oh, really? Yeah, I can see a million things wrong with what's happening here. But your ruling card is the magic card. It's the one of discovery, fate, destiny. Like, oh my God. So what the cards are saying quite clearly is that you might find it difficult to find your fit within the job, but hang in there, because the job will change and the job will be a much better fit for you, especially next year, February, March time, than initially. Because I get the impression that initially your job will feel like a really tight pair of pants. Like, woohoo, oh my God, they're way too small for me. But that it's moving, and literally the job and the role and your role within it will grow much more comfortable and much more powerful over the next couple of months. So the insight that the cards offer you is that hang in there. Initially, it might not feel like this is the job for you, but certainly give it the next couple of months, and you'll be feeling like it's a really good fit for you. Okay. So for some, I don't know whether you wear glasses or whether you need to wear glasses in your workplace, but I'm getting a loss of a pair of glasses. It's like, okay, I can see without those glasses, but I'm supposed to have them, so I don't know where they are. So I don't know whether that's going to be in the next few days or certainly within the next week. You'll have to pop in next week and let us know whether you did actually lose your glasses and whether you found them, because I feel as though it's important within your workplace. So I'll leave you with that one. Okay, so let's shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I'm giving all of my granddaughters for Christmas a pack of cards with their photos on this year, so I got to teach those little hands how to shuffle a pack of cards as early as possible. Got to give them the family business, even if their parents might not be thinking about it. But yeah, so the art of card shuffling was definitely taught to us very early. So who do we have next, the lovely Miss M, that would like a question from the cards?
Next we have Kate, who would like a card. Please.
Hello, Kate. I would be delighted to draw a card for you. Okay, let's see what's happening. Okay, you've got the card of foundation, the card of meaning, okay? There may well be around you at the moment, Kate, a sense of, what the hell am I doing? Really? There's a sense of confusion, a sense of, oh my God, like, I really am not very clear at all. But this card is very much about foundations, very much about building blocks. It's almost like maybe you need to knock down a few walls and be open and raw within yourself so that you can rebuild your foundations of who you are. Because what this card is telling me, that over the last year, your interests have changed. I don't know whether your habits have changed or whether you've done something like pretty big different. But the card is saying that you haven't had time to catch up with, you know, feeling comfortable and making it a vital part of who you are. So this card is saying that now's the time for that. Spend some time being sure of your foundations and being sure that, you know, actually, yep, this is what I like, this is what I want to build in my life. Okay, so it's a fantastic card to have. It does come with a fair bit of work, internal work, spiritual work, but it's work that brings many blessings. Okay, so there's a sense of confidence or a sense of ability that comes with that. So yeah, you're on the right path with the work that you're doing. Okay, that's your spiritual work that you're doing. So give yourself a pat on the back. So let me shuffle the cards again. So the lovely Miss M.
Joanne would like a card, Susan, please.
Who?
Joanne.
Joanne. Let me have a look for you, Joanne. Okay, this is a card of busyness. This is a card that I have been known to call it my backache card. It's almost like, oh my Lord, I'm just doing far too much at the moment. And this card, Joanne, is telling you to back off, slow down, take some time for it. It's not necessarily a physical healing card. It's a spiritual and emotional healing card. It's like, okay, I need to take a breather. I need to be able to, spend some time in activities that I find soothing. You know, then if you find, you know, skateboarding up big hills soothing, then you go for it. because there is a sense of height and sense of motion that this card is giving me. But Joanne, it is telling me quite clearly that you've been avoiding something really important for yourself over the last few weeks, and that this sense of, you know, self-soothing and comfort is something that you haven't had. And you know what? You actually, this card is very firmly saying, go get it, girl. Go actually and create the time and space so that you can have that sense of love and that sense of connection to self. Okay? So look after you, and the rest of the challenges that have been around you over the last few weeks, they will literally just come out in the wash. Okay, so hopefully that card was able to give you some insight. These cards have been a busy, busy, busy little bee tonight. Lots of energy flowing through them. This, I'm not sure whether many of you live in the Perth area, but this Saturday night, so in a few days' time, I'm going to have a market stall at the Bassendean Markets, which is a really, really, really big market. They usually have 5,000 to 10,000 people through. So be in some kind of little corner somewhere there. They're a very popular market, and they opened up a few more stalls, and I was lucky enough to nab one, because you have to apply to the people who run the market. You have to like present yourself in a way that they actually want you to have a stall there, so it might be pretty exciting. So yeah, be at the Bassendean Markets on Saturday night. So that would be lovely if any of you'd like to pop down and have a catch up.
Yeah, Tanya just said, cool, I might have to pop on down.
Oh, I would enjoy that. So who's our next question?
Next, we have Maria, who would like a card, please.
Okay. Maria, you've got the brand new energy card. This is the woohoo light bulb movement. This is the new ideas, new directions, new, oh my, what am I'm not sure what I'm doing, but this is very much a card of support. This is very much a card that encourages you to step outside your comfort zone and to try something totally different. I believe quite strongly that you like to look at things from every possible angle. You like to hold back. You like to be able to be sure before you like put your toes in the water. And I believe that what this card is offering you is the ability for a totally new adventure. I get the sense of women around you. I don't know whether you work with a lot of women or whether you are comfortable in like women's groups, women's circles, because this is what the energy is that I'm getting, and that you are ready for this. You are able for this. You are absolutely supported. There is a sense of knowing. There is a sense that you can encourage other people to make the most of the energies that are around them. It's a really beautiful card to have, and a really nice feel. So I hope that has, can give you some insight. And yeah, looks like there might be a few people in the room that need to be up a boot.
I have just moved them on nicely.
Bless them. Bless them. Take it away, babe. Take it away.
We've got a couple of people asking what time the markets are on.
Ooh. Bless. Now, it's a night market. That much I do know. I think I have to be there at, 3 or 4. Because you have to like unload your stuff and then take your car half a mile away. Not actually 100% sure, but they might be 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. but I will most certainly hunt that information up. So yeah, Bassendean night markets might be 4:30 to 9, or it might be 5 to 9. So yeah, and it's a totally plastic-free event, and it's a totally, you know, like I need to bring a light as well. I'm like, ooh, shall I just bring a few spirits and yeah, take the light from them, or will I actually have to go to Kmart and buy like a solar powered thing? So yeah, but it'll be exciting. I feel almost special that I was accepted into the big market. So yeah, my trusty little helper will be there. It'll be great to see a few people. So, hopefully the lovely Miss Emma's done a bit of murder, a bit of booting, a bit of get rid of those horrid peoples.
Yes, I did.
Delete
their comments and ban them from
Lovely.
the page.
Lovely.
Hopefully they won't come back.
If they come back as another entity, Facebook can now tell.
Yeah.
So it's like if you are reborn, if you are a scammer and you are reborn, then Facebook have the hunt. Supposedly. I don't know how accurate that is, but that's what all the feedback that I get from my constant complaining to them. So let's get away from those people and see who else in the room
focus on you
would like.
and the lovely cards. And Diane would like to ask about her bathroom reno.
Okay, it sounds absolutely horrid for a start. So let's ask the cards. My cards all want to fall out of my hands, so let's ask, what is this? Okay. So you've got the card of acceptance and simplicity. So what this tells me psychically is there is actually, I don't know whether something's in the wrong place or it's just not working where it is, because there is, the card is saying, do I just accept it, or do I, you know, go through this whole process again and get it the way that I want it? Because there's a sense of, ooh, do I really want to be that honest with, you know, don't ask me, you know, because, yeah, there's some frustration. There's some words that need to be said. And what this card is offering is the chance for you to be able to frame it in, you know, a way that people will listen. Because what this card is saying is there is a structurally small issue that you need to address within the bathroom that you were questioning. I don't know what it is. I'm not clearly getting it because all I'm getting is flashes of white. And I'm not sure whether, I'm not getting pulled into what the issue is. But the card is quite clear in that you will need to frame your honest answer in a way that will allow the issue to be addressed, because there is, unfortunately, this card is telling you there's a problem in that bathroom, okay? So, damn. And, but the card is also saying that you will sort it and that it will be cleared. So hopefully that has answered your question and given you the ability to be able to maybe look a bit closer. And I always think that, you know, we're given messages spiritually, psychically, to give us the opportunity to avoid a challenge. Like, I'm particularly, you know, attracted to cars. I just really like them. So, you know, I can look at a car and say, oh, you know, like that tyre needs, you know, to be replaced or whatever. And it's my choice if I choose to ignore it and then it becomes a problem and blows out on the road. But yeah, I think that messages are given to us so that we can have frustrations eased, so that we can do things differently. So hopefully that might work for you. So let's see. Ask the cards if there's somebody else who would like a card.
Tanya would like a card.
Hello, my lovely Tanya. What have you not asked? This is telling me that there is a question that needs to be asked that you have not asked, okay? This is about somebody who didn't cross dot the I, cross the T's. It's about frustrating paperwork. It's about, you know what, they just friggin' have not done their job properly and it's not up to standard. So what this is telling me is in the next week to 10 days, you will receive a document or a letter that needs addressing. It doesn't feel like a court order. It doesn't feel like you've been summoned to go and give evidence. But what it feels like is frustration, okay? And that there is the opportunity for you to be able to clear it up really quickly. I'm asking what day that this will happen, and I'm getting that it's a Tuesday that it will come to you, that the letter. And this card is saying that if you can find the essence to address it like really quickly within a couple of hours, then it's less of a problem for you. But there is a sense of justice, there is a sense of paperwork, there is a sense of, oh God, am I really going to have to do that? Bloody bullshit. So what this card is offering you is a chance to lessen the frustration and lessen the problems that this particular communication will bring you. Sorry, it wasn't a cheerier card, but obviously the card wants you to be able to sort that. And I say, whoa, it feels like it would love to be sorted really quite quickly. Okay, so how are we doing for time, the lovely Miss M?
It is 5 to 10.
Cool, so we can do a couple of sneakies if there is someone else that wants one. So is there anybody else that would like a card drawn for them? I might actually draw one for the room. Okay, so of everybody here, we've got the card of vision. We've got the card of insight. That's a lovely card to get for a room where we've been doing some sharing and helping each other out energetically, and giving a boost to the general lives of everybody and everything that are around us, because it's certainly there's lots of interesting, whether they be political, spiritual, emotional energies that have been shifting around the world recently. And I've got a very dear friend that lives in the US, and they had a big trauma event that was in her town, and just all of those kind of things that are happening around. So this is a wonderful card to get. It's a card of understanding, card of insight. So that's a lovely card for the whole room. So yeah, if there's one more, I'll do it, and then we might say we are partied out for the night. So
Yeah. John would like a card for his shooting club, please.
ooh, let's have a look for John. Okay, so you got the card of prosperity. So what this means to me as on a micro club level is that they're going to make a decision. I don't think it's about moving house, but they're going to make a decision that is a business decision, okay, and that they are on the right track. Most definitely there is a sense of freedom and a sense of, you know what, that's bloody right for us, and it's solid, and there's a lot of foundation, okay? It feels like a new business enterprise within their existing structure. I don't know whether they've got a subculture that they're going to support, and that it's going to provide them a new level of income, a new essence of prosperity. Okay, it's a good decision for the club as a whole to make, and I get very strongly that their foundations have not been as secure as they've needed to be over the last 18 months, and that over the next 6 months, those foundations are securing up. It's like not just financial foundations, it's like people, you know, what they're doing, the way they're communicating with each other. It's like the sense of dizziness that was in the past is now going. So this is a fantastic card to have. So thank you very much for all popping in for, oh my God, I forgot to announce it. So it was really great that a few of you popped in, and just confirming that I wasn't the person. I don't unsolicit messages to you or friend requests. I don't ask for your private banking information. If I had a husband, I probably would, but I don't. So I definitely don't do it from you. So I don't ask for your card details. The only official place to find me, if you don't know where I live, is on the Facebook group that you're on now, Southern Cross Stones Oracle, or on my website, which is spiritandmindtools.com.au. I really appreciate the fact that you've been here tonight to share with us, and that we've had some spots of fun and some spots of, well, we're not quite so sure about that. And I'm very happy if you follow me, get to see when I'm next on live. There will be a couple of live sessions every week in different formats. But yeah, if you follow the page, certainly you can send me a message at any time if you have any concerns or questions that you would like answered. Nighty night. Thank you for being here. God bless.